Today we'll be starting our King Lear read-through. We'll begin with a list of the characters, or as they say in the drama department, dramatis personae. We have the title character of Lear, King of Britain. We have the King of France, the Duke of Burgundy, the Duke of Cornwall, the Duke of Albany, the Earl of Kent, the Earl of Gloucester, Edgar, son to Gloucester, Edmund, bastard son to Gloucester, Curan, a courtier, Oswald, Stuart to Goneril, Old Man, a tenant to Gloucester, a doctor, the fool, an officer employed by Edmund, a gentleman attendant on Cordelia, a herald, servants to Cornwall, and the three daughters of King Lear, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. There are also knights of King Lear's train, officers, messengers, soldiers, and attendants. Act 1, Scene 1, King Lear's Palace. Enter Kent, Gloucester, and Edmund. Kent. I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall. Gloucester. It did always seem so to us, but now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most. For equalities are so weighed that curiosity in neither can make choice of either's moiety. Kent. Is this not your son, my lord? Gloucester. His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am brazed to it. Kent. I cannot conceive you. Gloucester. Sir, this young fellow's mother could. Whereupon she grew round-wombed, and had, indeed, sir, a son for her cradle ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault? Kent. I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper. Gloucester. But I have, sir, a son by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for, yet was his mother fair, there was good sport at his making, and the whoreson must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund? Edmund. No, my lord. Gloucester. My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honourable friend. Edmund. My services to your lordship. Kent. I must love you and sue to know you better. Edmund. Sir, I shall study deserving. Gloucester. He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is coming. Enter King Lear, Cornwall, Albany, Goneril, Regan, Cordelia, and attendants. King Lear. Attend, lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester. Gloucester. I shall, my liege. Exit Gloucester and Edmund. King Lear. Meanwhile we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour of constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and there are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you, shall we say, doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first. Goneril. Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honour, as much as child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much I love thee. Cordelia, aside. What shall Cordelia do? Love and be silent. Lear. Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests, and with champions rich, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Regan. Sir, I am made of the self-same metal that my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone facilitate in your dear highness's love. Cordelia aside. Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I'm sure my love's more richer than my tongue.
King Lear. To thee and thine heredity ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now our joy, although the last, not least, to the whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Cordelia. Nothing, my lord.
King Lear. Nothing?
Cordelia. Nothing.
King Lear. Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Cordelia. Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more no less.
King Lear. How now, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
Cordelia. Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
King Lear. But goes thy heart with this?
Cordelia. Ay, good my lord.
King Lear. So young, and so untender.
Cordelia. So young, my lord, and true.
King Lear. Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower, for by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate, and the night, by all the operations of the orbs, from whom we do exist, and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighboured, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter. Kent. Good my liege. King Lear. Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence, and avoid my sight. So be my grave my peace, as I here give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs. Call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albany. With my two daughters' dowers digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do divest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights. By you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turns. Only we still retain the name and all additions to a king. The sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this cornet part betwixt you.
Giving the crown.
Kent. Royal Lear, whom I have ever honoured as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers. King Lear. The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft. Kent. Let it fall rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad? What wilt thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honour's bound when majesty stoops to folly? Reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment, thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
nor are these empty-hearted, whose low sound reverbs no hollowness. King Lear.
Kent, on thy life, no more.
Kent, my life I have ever put as a pawn to wage against thy enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive. King Lear.
Out of my sight!
Kent. See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye. King Lear.
Now by Apollo!
Kent. Now by Apollo, King, thou swear'st thy gods in vain. King Lear.
O vassal, miscreant!
Laying hands on his sword. Albany and Cornwall.
Dear sir, forbear!
Kent. Do. Kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon thy foul disease. Revoke thy doom, or whilst I can vent clamour from my throat, I shall tell thee thou dost evil. King Lear.
Hear me, recreant.
On thine allegiance hear me, since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come between our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear. Our potency made good, take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee, for provision, to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked. Kent. Fare thee well, King. Sith thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. To Cordelia. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly think'st and hast most rightly said. To Regan and Goneril. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new. Exit. Flourish. Re-enter Gloucester with King of France, Burgundy, and attendants. Gloucester.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
King Lear.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address towards you, who, with this king, hath rivalled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Burgundy. Most royal majesty, I crave no more than your highness offered, nor will you tender less. King Lear.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. If aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure pierced, and nothing more, may fitly like your grace. She's there, and she's yours.
Burgundy.
I know no answer.
King Lear.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Burgundy. Pardon me, royal sir, election makes not up on such conditions. King Lear.
Then leave her, sir, for by the power that made me I will tell you all her wealth.
To King of France.
For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray, to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch, whose nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge her.
King of France. This is most strange, that she, and even but now, was your best object. The argument by your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous, to dismantle so many folds of favour. Sure her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or your forevouched affection fallen into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle could never plant in me. Cordelia. I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do't before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonour stepped, that hath deprived me of your grace and favour, and even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
King Lear. Better thou hadst not been born than to have pleased me better not.
King of France.
It is but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke, that it intends to do. My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it's mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Burgundy, a loyal Lear, I give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
King Lear. Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm.
Burgundy. I am sorry then, for you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband. Cordelia. Peace be with Burgundy. Since the respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife. King of France.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich, being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Thou unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
King Lear.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone. Without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Flourish. Exit all but the King of France, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. King of France.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
Cordelia. The jewels of our father with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him, but yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both. Regan. Prescribe not us our duties. Goneril. Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted. Cordelia. Time shall unfold what plated cunning hides. Who cover faults, at last shame them derides. Well may you prosper. King of France.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Exit King of France and Cordelia. Goneril. Sister, is it not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both? I think our father will hence tonight. Regan. That's most certain, and with you, next month with us. Goneril. You see how full of changes his age is. The observations we have made of it hath not been little. He always loved our sister most, and with that poor judgment he hath now cast her off, appears too grossly. Regan. 'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever been slenderly known himself. Goneril. The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Then must we look to receive from his age, not alone the imperfections of long and graft condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them. Regan. Such unconstant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment. Goneril. This is further compliment of leave-taking between France and him. Pray you, let's hit together. If our father carry authority with such dispositions as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us. Regan. We shall further think on't. Goneril. We must do something, and i' the heat. Exit. End Scene 1.